Hello folks, welcome back to a new Apple review. I'm not even remotely in frame right now. Let me back up and get into frame. Alright, this will be a quick review. So I picked up these that was labeled Sweet Emerald Apple. And I didn't really think about it much when I first got it, but while I'm looking at it, it looks exactly like a green dragon, which is actually one of the very first Apple reviews we did. And I went to Google, I typed in Sweet Emerald Apple, and I can't find really much of anything on Google. There's some links to some stores that sell Sweet Emerald apples, and like what price they have them at and stuff like that, and the bulk. You don't need those details. But anyway, and then there's a lot of people going, what is a sweet emerald apple? Is it a green dragon? So I'm going to make the ruling based on the appearance. I mean, this is pretty much identical to a green dragon. Or take a bite, we'll see the flavor, and at the end of the day, I'm probably just going to label this as a kind of like a re-review for a green dragon. So now the crazy thing is, I've had some people actually ask me about green dragons, and I don't always get a chance to like remember exactly what I scored things, but I had been telling people that green dragons kind of sucked. But then my review for a green dragon, unless I wrote something down wrong, I wrote in the computer 7.7, which seemed really high because I had been thinking that I gave a green dragon like a high sixes. I'm biting into this green dragon / sweet emerald right now. I'm getting the same vibe that I don't know why I haven't marked as such a high score, because it's not very good. It's soft. The flavor, the chewing gum effect, where the flavor goes away in your mouth very quickly. A little bit of sweetness, but not a lot. Zero tart whatsoever. I've heard the green dragon and this both described as they have a honey quality sweetness to them, which I guess kind of it. I mean, I can sense a little bit of honey in it, but like not the good parts of honey. I don't know if that makes sense, but not a very juicy apple. This would be maybe like a good cooking apple, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I might have to kind of rethink what I had reviewed green dragons at. Because in doing research for this, I looked back at just what I wrote down for a score. I'll have to rewatch the video, but it's incredibly underwhelming. If they are the same apple, which I'm kind of under the person, because this is kind of how I remember a green dragon tasting. So I don't know why. Maybe I was just, I don't know, super high in the review. I don't know, that's my Xbox. On my OLED television, beautiful. Yeah, I'm going like a 6.4 on this. I don't know, maybe I should stop just kind of putting everything in this 5.8. It's gonna be a 5.8 apple. Yeah. All right, that's the review. Thanks for watching. Apple. So I rewatched my review, and although in the review I gave it a 7.4, for some reason I had written down 7.7, which whatever, mistakes will happen, but let's go with 7.4. That's still much higher than I just gave a clone of it, or what might be the exact same apple. It was early on, so maybe my palate has somewhat evolved, but watching the review, there was definitely a lot more crisp, and you could hear that, see the juice and stuff like that. My criticisms of looking back, where I mentioned like it might be more in line with a Golden Delicious. I actually mentioned in my previous review that it is related to the Golden Delicious. And Golden Delicious definitely does suck. So yeah, maybe we'll do a green dragon again in the future, and we'll keep our eye out on this green dragon thing. But for now, let's just say that these are two very similar apples, and it may or may not suck, or it may be okay.